All right. Gotta remember to hook up the stupid capture drive. Otherwise, it makes it kind of hard to record the streams. What am I doing with the recordings? They're on the drive. Welcome to poor time management, anyways. Starting a stream at 2:29 in the morning. All right. Bricks. Don't have a crystal queued up. Boss. Sal. And was it redstone? Ah, but there's one more thing I need to do. Day 43. Technetium is the lowest element with an unstable primary isotope, which means we don't get stable faults today. We get chaos. And like I really do not otherwise play chaos, so this should be fun. Especially because I haven't messed with any of the new update of it. Alright. Absolutely. Probably don't actually care about the arcane just because I haven't really done anything with arcane. Sailor Moon ears. Okay, those go in the box. Let's go in here. Looks like potentially I've favored blue over yellow. But I think I also need to check evolution. Blue evolution versus yellow evolution. This one gets to be in here for the funny legality that it can work with any loose blue surrounding. So it can exist in a mixed color deck fairly effectively and get all of its units. I don't ever expect to use the yellow, but that tells me that I've got more yellow. So yellow. Yellow to you, too. Anyways, let's put this arcane in. I never use that directly. I always use that indirectly. And in theory, I should also give myself some chances and queue up the next rock. Chorus flower. I'm going to throw myself off so much today. This. I don't think I poked the end islands. I think I only hit the, So, I'm going to have to go out for some flowers manually later. But for now, that goes there. And it'll be, like, rather chaotic to have to go all the way out. Include mobs, right. Out to the end islands later. Not that it will be hard, but I haven't figured out whether or not they've got a modded end islands. Okay, I'm a little bit disappointed that the task timer starts immediately. As opposed to, like, when the vault timer starts. But that's a minor gripe. It means very little. Oh, right. How much was the trap on this? 6x clumsy. Ooh. Mean. Mean to me. Ah. Okay, no. JK. Okay. Free villager. Which means I need to locate a village, which I've got nothing helping me locate villages. Because I don't even have the find nearest mana. So I probably don't have the gear to actually make this work well. Food, food, food. I don't even have the benefit of, like, hunter to give me a peek. $151. Tempting. That has a decent chance of an ore spot, and I need some echo for the what you call it? Hammer in a bit. Into the vault. Yep. No way I'm getting villager. And I don't know what happens when you fail the tasks. Okay, what was the penalty there? Anything? Or is it just, hey, you failed the task? So is it just, like, attempt to complete the tasks? If you manage to complete the tasks in time, you'll get the vault is complete and leave. But if you don't, you can only survive or die. This room technically has 2 decent ore spots. 3 if you... 3 actually. Because it's got 2 down below that can spawn in addition to the 1 dead center up top. Okay. So, Gilded is enter here. Let's see. Come and get me, suckers! Dead end. Not dead end. Right. Gilded is... Gilded does... But it was something like up, down. Dwellers! Hey! This one's fairly free. I've got wild in so many places, which means all I need to do is either get ones that haven't despawned, which I've moved away from a bunch, so I'm going to assume that those have despawned. And instead, I just get to wander to a new room, let the wild ones spawn once I'm close enough to them. One, two, three, 6. Ornate chests. Can be just about anywhere. Because since all the chests are shuffled, anyways, I love HP modifiers. It's so great when everything's a sponge. You know what I wish is if they had like a special modifier so that this had like extra special things for being in a chaos vault. Gotta love knockback. Gotta love being too lazy to get the feeding upgrade. Alright. Loose ornates can be anywhere because of the shuffling. Alright. I don't think I'm going to get the ornate unless I get a big spot of them in like a full wooden point of interest reconfigured into it or whatever, and then some. Especially because wish I could read my dang modifiers. Unfortunately, they're currently under the closed captioning, which is arguably my fault. Because I can always rearrange where the modifiers end up. But usually it's not relevant. And this stupid thing gave me basically oops over. wooden chunks. No, my precious absorption hearts. Potentially the thing that's most annoying about the quote-unquote find the chunks is it's not about picking them up, it's about when you break the chest whether or not it's got wooden chunks in it. Which means if you break a big batch, alright. Ooh. Shopping! Aww. Consolation prize. How do dungeons work in this? I wonder. Probably they don't have any change because the chaos is a separate generator from the internal ones, which is why the shops are the same. And okay, I've got at least a little bit of extra ornate. I've got a ridiculous amount of extra wooden, so yeah, so like the task's not hard in theory, it's annoying because all the mobs have ridiculous health pools. Alright. Dungeon boss. 2 dungeon boss. Like, to be fair, I can actually do that fairly effectively. Let's grab another batch of sweets out. Because, let's see. I've spotted at least 1 dungeon. And I can set this to dungeon door. So, relatively close range 1. Right here. Take advantage of Minecraft's pathfinding. Oh, that's unfair. No, like, I'm using a game feature that exists and is part of their very intentionally placed design, right? because that's how this works. This is clearly how they designed it. Aw. Oh well. Those weren't going to be necessarily forever boots anyways. Okay. In worst case scenario, I can always hit that with, what you call it? Okay, fine, fine. Alright, boys. Follow me. Yeah, I know. Technically, it's already showing me that there's a closer one. But by that same argument, what was it? Is it up here? No. That's over a room. Okay. I greeted too hard. Oh, well. Maybe. Maybe not. Because it's in and down. Normal difficulty. So it's how quickly can I get myself through this? Okay. Nope. Dang. What was it? Can these be imbued? No. Okay. I don't particularly want to do that with my helmet. Time to run around for pylons, apparently. Greedy just a little too hard on the barrels. Oh well. Didn't help that I got myself distracted. And this doesn't help. Alright. Do I have pylons on this yet? No. Because pylons aren't on that. Ooh, I should get myself some living. Time to step in the time liquid. Ooh. Anyways. I absolutely probably will die in this. Oh. Kindly go away, little wizards. I am greatly displeased with you. Yeah, I need feeding upgrade. And I've now doubled back on myself. Hate when you bump into a small child running around a library. Thanks for the assistance. I do not remember where, like, that monopylon was or things like that. X mark. Oh well. I'm not going to say that was a bad first run. Chaos 1 down. Step 2. Be disappointed in the overall loot. Hup. Okay, not entirely disappointed, but at the same time. Hup. Mod boxes become one with the system. This thing, this thing, this thing, this thing, and this thing all exist somewhere in the system. Same with technically these. Whoop. 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 I will continue to say, hey, I really need the proper storage space. Raid room, dragon room. Decent amount of gear. I've run around of bar room. Oh no. It barred me from putting any more in. Oh. Next box over. Hit. Carbon's overflowing. Good to know. That tells me I need to go and... Whoop. And now it's not overflowing anymore. Hopefully. Yep. The frying stuff is getting high as well. Okay, that's all solved. Oh. Kelp, dirt, pork chop. None of you are pylon hunters, right? Yeah. Okay. So first things first. I think that one. Yeah. Disappointing. Vanilla hammer size, or honestly, all three of those stats are disappointingly low on those. And like, I've already been grabbing regular hammer size. 4% copiously is kind of tempting, but was it like mid 80s? We get a decent upgrade. Already doesn't have any further upgrades from this point on anyways. 2.7 reach. Away these go. What's that one? Yep, Hatred Totem. Okay. Earthquake, Javelin, Hatred Totem, and Nova. I do wish that it didn't have like sub categories for the ones if it just used the base. If it was like plus Nova levels. Whatever Nova you're using, it's got plus levels. CDR boots. Like is it just like a percent chance based on rarity now? With a extreme heavy bias that it's more likely from Omega, or is it like there's nothing you can do whatsoever to influence the chance of getting a facet? No double taps. All of these are disappointing. The same guy that removed the extra RNG step of, oh, but you see, if it already drops as Omega, you don't need to worry about whether or not... Oh, that actually would have been the perfect time to focus down the dwellers for that. Okay. Alright. Wrong warp. Not that it matters anyways, because I had forgotten the wings anyways, so... Yep, and I have not headed out from the main islands yet. So let's go this way. It's not even one of the current end gateways it's likely to spawn. First islands. Alright. Whoa, it's so strange the new moon gravity they've put on the outer end islands. You've got wings on. Like, no, I did not stare at you, sir. I'm autistic. I mean, to be fair, so are they. Alright. Hush, sir. I have put away all my fruit. 3. 1. 3. 1. 22 fruit. And I needed 19. That gives me enough for the index as well. Alright, sir. Technically, I could go and get a vanilla wing set, but where's the fun in that? Oh no, what happened to all my health? I thought it was also supposed to reset your food when you went through. Oh well. Step 1 of 1. Step 2 of 1 for jamming my system. Because the fail-safe place that those will try and get put is a bag. Bags inherently reject all chorus fruit. as a matter of course, to keep them out of vaults. And because of that, it is impossible for it to go into the overflow bag, and thus it can jam the entirety of those if I don't have them stored well. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I can't even push it to gold. Unless... Do I... How much, if any, unbroken... only the scope. And I'm not that desperate. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These go in here. This goes back on my back. Fortunately, the import system only is blocking the ability of... Anyways, no, this is plant farm. It's not on this layer. What am I thinking? Anyways. And most importantly, these. Then we take this. And we lock. And make sure everything is locked, just in case. Only click it once. Be very careful about that. If you click twice, you're going to clear anything that you had for filtering that doesn't specifically have at least one of that item in the storage. Up. Stack. I could have sworn I had a loose stack upgrade somewhere in the system that still didn't have home. Apparently I've already made that. And, okay. Which means I think I can make... one... Tier 1, because I can make this. I make a tier 1. Then I can make a tier 2. And I'm now out of llama. And I now no longer have enough to make a void upgrade. So eventually this will manage to jam the entire system in a while. But that shouldn't be until at least tomorrow, when I'm not going to be quite so much chaos. Because it turns out only technetium element 43 is quite so unstable. Now, let's get on with it. Dirt. 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 Kelp it. Gotta really kelp it out. Course. And there we go. That also lets me do this. Back in the system you go. Alright. Almost dead. Like, this is still providing, like, over half of the, damage resistance for my durability. But still. Chaos Rock. Chaos Rock. Chaos Rock. Okay. Like, none of that's a problem whatsoever. I've had blaze rods running long enough. What? Blaze. Yeah. 1K blaze rods. Good. Lap. Like, Lapis, I'm running out. Maybe not. Maybe not. Sugarcane. Cobble, 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 cobble. Oh no. I don't have enough cobble. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's approximately 3 stacks plus 1. This is more than I need, but I'm too lazy to actually have done the math correctly. And it doesn't hurt to have just a bit of loose cobble in the system so I can craft with it. Chaos. Not much. I'm messing around with Chaos Rocks because it is Stream 43 and Technetium. If, like, I really hope I'm remembering this right. Otherwise, I'm just doing this for no apparent reason. But Technetium element number 43 is the unusual, earliest, unstable element. It's fully radioactive for every single isotope of it that we know of, and we've only... HP modifiers are so much fun. This is on a piece of cake. So I'm already running at 1/10 or so the HP that Iskalla's running at. And it's still like, okay, it's not quite 1/10 because it's 25% of hard. So it's still like 1/4. And it's like, okay, how much HP do the hordes have? Three hits. And like my sword's not behind by levels, not notably at least. Anyways, I need to go and get more assassins. But I'm doing alright. I'm just messing around. Because honestly, what I'm waiting for is them to get the next patch out for Remastered. Fix some of the recipe jank between this and Standard 3 that has made some of the, oh, it's so much more powerful, except when it's costed exorbitantly expensive compared to even the exact same effect in what it's replacing. Assassins? Like, are there any assassins in... Okay, fine. Wrong room. Oh, the stupid compass is set to dungeons still. I think. Yeah. So it's not pointing back at the room. Wait. That's not how that works. The last time I completed tasks, it teleported me home. And I had to keep running from home. Is that not a default rule for Chaos Vaults? Or is this a chain task of kill guardians after assassins? Is this like... Apparently. Really? Come on. Come on. I'd happily get some guardians, except I don't have a compass that can show me the nearest challenge room. Alright. Oh, thank goodness. It's going to spawn. Unfortunately, I have to finish clearing this room to even see what the task is. One. Nearest dungeon is in here, apparently. Why is it set to nearest dungeon? Because I have not changed it back. Remind me I need to do Chaos Vaults as a mage, not AD. Flawlessly kill tanks. Yeah, no, like, I don't think that's happening. Like, this theme would be ideal to get the tanks from, because, like, the tanks on keepies. The tanks in this theme are real easy to kite, but they don't spawn that many. Good to know where that is in case it gives me villager. Two tanks, assassins. Thanks. End of the vault. And it's either a square or a diamond. Come on, boys. Fine, maybe I'll just go and find new mobs. Another X mark. Diamond vault. Yoink. I don't expect that it's going to be helpful. But to be fair, that mainly was helpful because it let me ditch the mobs. Okay, I'm not going to get tanks now, no matter what tanks I get, because none of the tanks die quick enough. For me to kill 4 in 20 seconds. Dwellers. Did I get any wild stacks? Nope. Okay. If I had like one wild on this, I could do the dwellers easy. Instead, I have to rely on actual spawner rates. Okay. Or I could see if I could get a trap. Or I can wait 3 minutes and decide I like the new weather better. Wait, no, that's living in the Midwest. Midwest? Well, like, everything is subjective, so every place is the Midwest, technically. Okay. Dwellers. You're the right color. Oh, you're a little pig-faced about it. You can't be saying that. No, Valara, we've already determined I can't do that. Ooh. Lava room, lava room. Lava, 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 lava room. No dwellers in there. Okay. I should probably head this way because it leaves me more rooms I can go to directly for the next thing. Alright. Dwellers. Dwellers. Tanks. Urban tanks. I need a really toxic room. To have a decent chance of finding dwellers. And this was not it. Next task. Wooden chunks. Every room has at least some wooden in it. And at least some cascade from it. So let's find a theme that's not void. I'm minus trap disarm. Loot gilded without fighting things. Okay. I mean, I've put myself a little bit far away from my ideal location for this. But I've got one. Third X mark. Like, technically, I could probably complete the Guardians in that fast enough that it doesn't work well for me to run all the way to the X mark again. But and to be sure, peaceful. Now I just hope there's 12 gilded chests somewhere down here. Not looking great. Dang it. And this isn't the easy village to get into. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rapidly kill hordes. Watch out, boys. Oh, does that finally count as completing one task? Ornate chests only works if I manage to find a jackpot setup of ornate chests or a challenge room that I can reasonably force to have them. Because I don't have that many modifiers for this. Especially because it looks like I'm just going to fail it. Before it would matter anyways. I could step in the time goo and make sure of it. Time goo. Alright. Can anyone tell me how in the world I'm supposed to complete these stupid things? Because as far as I can tell, all I can do is go and die. Alright. Such a fun experience. Alright. Ugh. How much gear do I got? Alright. You don't auto input. No, wait. I don't even have to do it like that. I can do it like this. And then I stick this here. Okay. Can't do anything with these. So those are still full. So in here these go. Snow is overflowing. Lovely. Sand and niter. Niter was going in here. I need to get it a drawer at some point. All right. Sand. All right. That's clear. All right. Ooh. Still got to finish deloading real quick. Then I think this next one is going to put me close enough that I don't start the next rock, because I'm only doing this until restart. And once restart happens, I'll be done for the day. Item quant. That's a decent combination, but I do need copiously for that. Do need copiously for the hammer. Earpieces. Okay, anything worth keeping? No. 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 Okay. Wings. Let's finish putting them away. Okay. Do. Living chest plate. Scrappy, but I've already got a living chest plate that is higher rarity. Did I even get enough dwellers to finish the dang dweller task that I have right now? 2 more dwellers, 2 more assassins, really? Ah. Flawless mines ores. That's actually fairly easy to do. Because all we need is a decent ore spot. And kill all the mobs first. I need 15 ores, which means I want to do this with a room or with 2 very close together ore points of interest. Or potentially this nonsense. Because, like, what? I have extreme control over getting some of these guys to spawn. And then what? I go... I need to flawlessly kill some hordes. So all I need is a decent batch of hordes. So let's go find a decent batch of hordes in a theme that does not have projectiles on hordes. 4 tanks. I don't know if that's quite enough hordes. Alright. Fortunately, this task system has decided that this is a chain task. I can tell because I haven't walked back to spawn. So I'm at 0 of 0 tasks done. And I don't know what the total amount it potentially wants out of me is. Living. Did I even have like a high amount of living down here, or that I didn't mine yet? No. This is ores. Which... take a half second. Take advantage of the snow theme's boosted Larimar rate. And unlock my happy little butt out of here. Alright. Like, living is at least going to have a decent amount when it spawns. Problem is, finding it. Because right now, it should be twice as many living whenever it spawns. But because it's chaos, it's gonna be loose. Because the randomization, then the cascading happens. So you don't get a weird case of... Alright. Yeah, so the question becomes how much of this library converted itself to living back here. And then even more of a good question, how much did the ornates down here get converted? So probably not enough. open vendors. Shopping spree. Okay. Keys. Not down here. The downstairs one then. 100%. Yep. Is that another time pylon? I would know. Next room. Let's hope this room has like double pylons. It's up. It's up. Nope, that's it for vendors. Mine, vault ores. 25. This one just proves that if I'm going to be running around this much, I need the eating. Great. Which, like, I need that Larimar that I picked up to even have a chance of making it. Oh. That feels like a new Void palette. It's not a palette I recognize as Void. Is that like a gorgeous, well, semi-gorgeous variant on Void thing? Kill assassins. Okay. Uh, Come on, lucky hit. Alright. Six of 7. Okay. Next room. Next room. Oh. I will admit, there's been a decent amount of void. I would have preferred to get void with a higher... Oh. That counts as the first task done? That? Oh. Absolute nonsense. Peacefully mine ores. 15. Peacefully is just without killing things. So if I do things like kill the monster first, unlike 2 of these. Although, to be fair, I don't even actually have to kill them, because I could just kind of go and ignore them. Guess what? All I need to do is get to... I mean, I could just bait him. And then go. Someplace like here. They can shoot at me all they want. Because it's not whether or not I get hit, it's whether or not I hurt them. And then because they're all there, come back over here. Relatively easily. Come on. Come on, Benny. Loot ornate. Oh. At least there'll be a decent distribution of ornate whenever it spawns. Poorly optimized. Plastic mobs. Like, are you seeing those frames? Alright, let's just check the next room. No, I need to put several rooms between me and the plastic mobs. If I can do it. Because, like, they're still attacking at me, even without a clear line of sight. They generate just so much lag. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not getting those ornates done, apparently. Unless I get lucky, like here. And there's several ornates all spanned out. I have a couple of decent chest points of interest. Nope. Alright. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stab the blue gummy bears. As the task is always a fun task to get right as I generate some gummy bears. Okay, so if I had gotten here, I could have done that task, it looks like. Get your butts down here. Oh. No. No. can feel the frames. Like, look at that. Look at that. That was bad on the frames. Like, the food doesn't help. Oh. Bouncy theme. Oh, no. Anyways. Gilded. Gilded is not one of the ones that's boosted, annoyingly enough. So I think I'm just going to wrap by doing just a little bit of ore mining. Because I need to do a little bit of ore mining anyways for other things. But given the fact, like, okay, as far as I can tell, this also had, like, no task scaling based on difficulty or anything like that. And, like, the only way I could get into the next one is if I deloot everything in 8 minutes. And it has to be a completable rock in that amount of time, too. Right, I guess there is some clay in my walls. What do you mean? Stupid things. You get in your storage. Thank you. Before I break those down, I need to do a check. Pizza? Pizza? Still no pizza for my index. Oh. Oh well. That's annoying. Still can't discover that. That's never going to happen because I think the task for that is... Yeah. And then, hey, at least I ran through some challenge rooms, so I have a chance of that. Set to exit mode. You? That's a horrible reach. But I think the item quantity means that overall it's still better to do that one. Why does that one have anything in it? Did I actually get this completely full during that run? That's not good. Disassemble. Disassemble violently. Mossy Cobble. Right. Regular cobble, I gotta put in this way. And I've put my Larimar again. Anyways, that was a fun nonsense day. Ugh. Into the storage you go. Alright. Those are somebody else's problem. And those I have to deal with later. And then these. Alright. Feeding upgrade. Has a single piece of Larimar to my name, besides what I could smash out of these. Alright. One, two, three. 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 Alright. Restart? Oh no. Whatever will I do? I guess I can't run another ball. Let's move three. 2, 1. Single layer of this. Then. And. Tubby in for good measure. Alright. Unfortunately, this is a crafted one, so I absolutely should not use the recharge core or whatever I got out of a treasure door on it. Z1, F, Z3. Two, 3, 4. C3, F, and heal. Okay. Next thing. Accidentally searches feet. Wait. Why would that be a bad thing? Everyone knows you don't search feet on the internet. Restoring melon. 1 golden carrot, which technically I've got some of those around. And 1 extremely expensive apple. And then 1 extremely cheap upgrade to the extremely expensive feeding upgrade. Ignore health for this. Meat. Because I don't want it actually feeding me the vault meat. Yes, technically, it's a usable one, but at the same time, it does have like a proper use compared to like the sweets. Which, speaking of sweets, there we go. Like, it's completely reasonable that I finally got around to doing that. Okay. $, fit. All right. Like, honestly, I would love if there was a way for me to do a mixed form on, like, what kind of tagging system it's using. Because right now, the only reason, like, I can't use the uh, deposit upgrade with just leave these things out is it's going to attempt to put away gear because gear is ending up in the main bag because gear falls under one of the chest categories. And, like, okay, yeah, I could solve this by just putting a vault loot filter on that bag and then letting it actually be a vault loot filtered bag and have it match the contents for what gets picked up. But at the same time, like, tags make it so that, like, I can, if I ever have a weird case where this gets filled up and I need to put it in a different bag, I can just do it with this. Or any other bag, I can adapt to this without having to have an entire loaded filter, which, like, wouldn't necessarily be hard because all you have to do is find one thing with each of these tags, all chest loot, all sky vault loot, and all gems. I would love if there was like a non-gear vault chest loot. Something that was like, okay, jewels and weapons and gear all gets... Okay, I could probably send that to Kiki too. I don't know what's inside. So actually, let's do a check. What did I almost send Giki versus, like, would it actually be useful? This can get moved. This can go in here. So this was the one I stuck in there. So that was... not that one. This. I mean, to be fair... the only thing that wouldn't be useful is the level 73 Scrappy Axe. Something, something. Time to abide by my misclick. Oh no. Truthfully, I can probably send both if I really needed to. But yeah, I am not overly impressed with... that's not a bad amount on that. Okay. I'm not overly impressed with the mechanics of the Chaos Vaults. Especially because, like, the other game modes have a little bit of a difficulty scaling, not a lot. Most notably with, like, Elixir. But at the same time, it's like the rapidly kill or whatnot that are inherited from, like, let's see, 25%. Yeah, so that was base hard. Like, no wonder it can take so long to kill him, because, like, that was hard health pools. Damage wasn't. Oh, wait, no, no. If that's plus, that's not quite impossible for health. Because impossible for health is 200. If it's plus 150, because we figured this out with greed, if it's counting the same way greed does, either this is hard health, which is, or it is 175%, which is 7/8 impossible hit point pool. And then plus 50 mob damage. Woo. If it's a straight plus, that puts it back at, this is the amount of damage mobs would be doing at normal difficulty. Gotta go fast. Anyways. Plentiful. Yeah, like. Did I get anything good out of these? No. Stare intently. Anyways, I need to go get my sandbag, because it should have enough uncompacted. I think I have enough wheat currently made for that. Tough isn't a problem. String is a problem. Emeralds I do not have automated yet. In any way, shape, or form. But I should have a decent amount. And even without automation, I've got this guy. So that is 28 a cycle. Oh, why don't you just set up easy villagers? Because if I like, okay, yeah, I'm currently the absolute sweat on this server. 73. I don't think anyone else has broken 50 yet. That's enough emeralds. Okay. But then again, they're also waiting on, like, patches and other things to make it back for fun. And they're dealing with, what you call it? This needs a deposit upgrade at some point. Sand is over full. Okay. Okay. Mr. Sandman, send me some sand. Wait. Compression upgrades. I need compression upgrades. He needs mice bites to leave. Thanks, Dr. House. That was precisely it. I don't want to have to rearrange these, so I really do hope that they manage to get those recipes in too. I'll manage if they don't give me the quality of life ones I want, but I do want the original. These were part of the drawers recipe ones. Brick. This and this. If somebody can manage to poke Gilded Blackstone, anyways, can manage to poke around the mod enough that they can figure out how those are done. Spruce is almost full. That's dangerous. Okay. Oh. No. I mean, to be fair, I am my own worst enemy for all this because, like, I keep making the storage system, which is what keeps killing my Larimar counts, but at the same time, the reason my storage system is as janky as it is because we're missing one of the like vanilla fundamental pieces that we had in old drawers. So like, okay, yeah. Instead of it being like update 22 is what remastered is. Remastered is what if, knowing what we had, we started Vault Hunters 3 today. And the correct answer is this is about what I actually would expect from starting Vault Hunters today, because it has a fairly strong base concept already. It's got some rethinking from the previous version, and it has some horrible beginning balancing for just a few of your fundamental things that you're going to have to iron out. Because, oh. Next. Okay. Oh. Okay, yep. I need to just... I don't get the luxury of that for this. I still don't get a gold on that. I need to make 1, 2 of these. Then I need to make 1 into a base tier upgrade. Then follow it up with this, which requires me to do this. And unfortunately, I can't do this quite yet. I would love to. So this goes back into the system. Voy. Voy. Voy, voy. Yep. Yep. Because that's the minimum number to get both a stack and a void upgrade. You have to push them to iron minimum. Am I ever going to need that many mushrooms? Probably not, but I'm apparently producing that many already. And like, to be fair, a huge amount of my system is based on the redundancy of allowing any nearly any number of players to join me at a base and have the base be able to roughly support the full array. Helps if I'm also front running things, so I'm far ahead of what anybody else needs. Probably I should release some companions for some capstones. Alright. Not doing too bad. I do not have timestamps, so I don't know how long I managed to avoid looking at the stream chat. But, so hopefully you're still there and can hear that I'm reacting to you, Jackie. But, anyways, not doing too bad. Poked at some chaos vaults because technetium is atomic number 43. Like, I've been saying that this whole stream. I really hope it's true. Technically, I could look it up if I remembered where in the world I've put my phone. Like, I had my phone. My phone can't be more than 5 feet away from me. Because I had it in my hand at some point approximately when I sat down, and I have not moved from this room or this spot. It is probably something stupid, like it is sitting behind my screen or something like that. Or I've managed to stack, like, my keyboard on top of it or something. Or it is currently sitting on the PSU that is black, and it is a relatively dark phone as well. There we go. Yeah, technetium, atomic number 43. It's the lowest element with no known stable isotopes. E.g., it's the earliest pure radioactive. So because it's radioactive, that's rather chaotic. So I ran some chaos vaults just because impulsively it's stream 73 or day 73. Stream, no, not 73. Why am I saying 73? It's because there was a 7 somewhere there. 43. Because it's day 43. What was it? String. Easily distracted. But because it was day 43 since the launch of Remastered here on an official server, I did 3 Chaos Vaults that I failed to win a single one. And further, like, I understand what he's trying to do with them, but, like, they don't scale well before level 100, among other things. And it doesn't have scaling based on difficulty. Like some of the other things do. And let's see, what else? And because, like, it's a completely blind task for how complete it is or whatever, you don't get any of the dopamine of, oh, I'm almost there, I'm almost there, I'm almost there. So, like, not to mention the chain tasks, where, like, oh, when you finish a task, you're supposed to get teleported home. Finishes killing hordes. It just changes to assassins, and I don't teleport home, which means it didn't even count as a task complete. Oh, it only needed you to complete 3 tasks. It took me 15 minutes to complete one task because it had 4 chains. I got distracted by something. I am out of hoppers. I need to make some more hoppers. Because you can't do collectors if you don't have hoppers. 6 of that. Let's make sure the crystal doesn't despawn. Not that it's extremely expensive or whatever to have a vanilla crystal despawn. But it's annoying to have to redo the recipe real quick. None of that's a problem. Crap. The grid. Alright. Okay. Need to make a couple of those anyways. No. No. I won't be able to make the crafting grids if it restarts that quickly. No. Pug. Pug. Hop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pog. Ah. Poor timing. Poor timing. If I hadn't gotten distracted by the breaking speed, it would have broken and been in my inventory in time. Takes about 2 minutes to restart. But technically I'm done for the day. But I should log on and pick up that grid and put the crafting grid back. And then call it for the day. Alright. Oh, my phone has timestamps. I should figure out how in the world to turn on the called out. Clicked like half a second too early. Because that's the only way it throws that message, is if like you're in the very, very beginning loading stuff. Oh. Oh, I managed to even break it in such a way that the chunk cannon saved. So that was a client server desync by a couple of milliseconds. Oh no, I'm out of black chromatic. What am I ever going to do? Let's see, that one's crafting now. That one's crafting now. This one's crafting now. Yeah, the base grid isn't too bad to make, at least. If you... Right. This bag would have picked it up. Okay. It's like... I thought I had put the grid in there when I had broken it, and like, okay, no. And then I've got a non-crafting grid down in the, down next to the jewel storage. This is by last modified. And something had... Paynite. Are you overflowing? No, it's like 6 something is an overflow for gems in the 3x multiplier for later compacting whenever I get compacting upgrades. I also need to get more echo gems. Uh, this is from 50% chance of dropping from an elite killed in a lab. Chance from chests in villages. Had to remember the name. Collector. There we go. That nonsense in there. This nonsense in here. And honestly, I did that for the plentiful there. Because at least one small plentiful is decent. These come automatically at their smallest rollable size out of the treasure chest. I think. And I don't know where some of these extremely large ones came from. Probably loose. Loose lost bounties. Oh, look, these refreshed at like just the right time to be re-rolled. Okay, mine black opal. This is a dungeon runner. Okay. Okay. Fine, fine. We'll have 2 long count ones. We'll have bounties that just don't get completed for like a couple of vaults. That's fine. Crafting grid. I want to put that here. It's a 64K anyways for cost. Last one. 6-4. Okay, it doesn't cost any Larimar to upgrade at that stage, so I could probably do that right now. Doesn't take any to do it at this stage. Does need it at that stage. How many 4Ks do I got? Oof. So, in theory, the thing that is limiting me from being able to make a 64K storage is not the Echo, not the Diamonds, not the Black Chromatic Steel. It's the Larimar to combine enough of my 1K storage parts to make the 4K storage parts to make the 16K storage parts that I haven't already rolled. Lovely. Anyways, that's that nonsense. But I said I was going to be done at the end of that restart, so time to be done. Very chaotic 43rd day. But I'm going to call it there. Catch y'all next time. Bye.